It's okay to start over even on a Wednesday. Good morning. Breathe with me for a moment. In, slow, and out. I want you to know something before we start today. Wherever you are in your week, whether it's Monday, Thursday, or somewhere in that weird, foggy place in between, this episode is for you. Especially if you've already slipped up on something you promised yourself you'd do. Especially if the week didn't go as planned. Especially if you find yourself thinking, I'll try again next week, next month, after the holidays, after things calm down, or after I feel more ready. Today, I want to hand you a permission slip, a genuine one. You are allowed to start over, even on a Wednesday. The power to take control of your life and make your dreams come true rests in your hands. The Monday myth. Let's talk about Monday for a second, because Monday has been assigned an enormous amount of power that it absolutely has no business having. We treat Monday as the only acceptable starting point, as if fresh beginnings have an expiration date, and if you didn't start on Monday, the first of the month, or January 1st, you've somehow missed the window and now have to wait. But think about what that actually means in practice. It means that if you fall off track on a Tuesday, you spend the rest of the week in a holding pattern, waiting, marking time, telling yourself you'll reset when the calendar says it's okay. And in that waiting, life keeps moving, days keep passing. And the thing you want, the habit, the goal, the version of yourself you're reaching for stays just out of reach, for no reason other than an arbitrary number on a calendar. Monday is not magic. The first of the month is not magic. January is not magic. The only magic is the moment you decide to begin again. And that moment can be right now, this morning, halfway through a Wednesday that didn't go as planned. The calendar does not own your fresh start. You do. For every problem you face, there is a solution. Why we wait. I want to ask, why do we actually wait so gently? I don't think it's really about the calendar. I think the calendar is just a convenient excuse for something else going on underneath. Sometimes we wait, because starting over feels like admitting we failed. And failure, even small, private, personal failure, is something most of us have been taught to be ashamed of. So, waiting feels safer than facing the fact that we stumbled. Sometimes we wait because we're afraid that if we start again and stumble, it means something permanent about who we are, as if 2 stumbles were proof. As if falling twice meant we were never really capable of standing. Sometimes we wait simply because we're exhausted. Starting over requires energy, and we don't have it right now. Waiting for Monday feels like giving ourselves a rest, even though it's not really rest. It's a delay in putting on the costume of self-care. Starting over is not a sign of failure. It shows you are still in the game. People who have truly given up don't start over, they stop. You are still here. You are still trying. That matters immensely. The stumble was not the end of your story. It was just a paragraph. You get to write what comes next. Starting over is a skill. Here is something I want you to reframe, starting today completely. Starting over is not a weakness. It is a skill. Like any skill, it grows stronger with each practice. The people who make the most lasting change in their lives are not the ones who never fall off track. They are the ones who have become very, very good at starting over quickly, without drama, without excessive guilt or a long internal trial in which they punish themselves for every misstep. They fall, they notice, they say, okay, and they begin again. Sometimes within hours, sometimes within minutes. Because they have learned that the gap between falling and getting back up is the only thing that truly matters. Every time you choose to begin again on a Wednesday, on a bad afternoon, or in the middle of a week that has already gone sideways, you are building the most important muscle there is. The muscle of not giving up on yourself. And that muscle, once built, changes everything. It becomes the thing that carries you through the long stretches, the hard seasons, and the moments when starting over is the bravest choice you could make. You are not behind. You are practicing, and every restart counts. Your fresh start right now. So here it is. Your official permission slip signed and delivered this morning. You do not need to wait for Monday. You do not need to wait for the first of the month. You do not need to feel ready, rested, or certain. You need to decide right now that today counts, that this moment counts, and that you are worth starting over for, on any day, at any hour, in any season of your life. Whatever it is you've been meaning to return to it today, even in the smallest way, even with a single step that takes only 30 seconds. Carry this intention into your morning. I don't need a perfect moment to begin again. I need this one. It's enough. Wednesday is as good a day as any. Today is just as good a day as any. You are as ready as you need to be. Sign off. Thank you for being here this morning and for showing up again, which is exactly the point of today's episode. You keep showing up. That is nothing. That is everything. Go start over today if you need to, or keep going if you're already on your way. Either way, I'll be here tomorrow. Fresh starts don't need Mondays. They need you. I wish you a wonderful day.